3, 2, 1, action. I'm not even sure where to start, but I think the priority is to make sure that each log is authentic. And remember that I want to do something with this information later. So, that being said, welcome to today. It is March 8th, Monday, March 8th. I did not post yesterday, the day of the Sabbath. I think that's a rule that I'm going to start respecting. And I really enjoy Sunday. Sunday is usually my third day in a long weekend. I like to take Friday, which is kind of my retro Friday. I kind of do this thing called the Ascension process, which is a 3-day ritual. Friday kind of follows the Jesus crucifixion. The crucifixion, Saturday is the death, and then Sunday is the Ascension, which makes Monday the awakening / remembrance. It's a pattern that I really enjoy. I think it's in a lot of mystical things, and even in the Chinese, or I'm sorry, this is Japanese actually, way of representing it. To me, that's like the boat home, the actual surrendering of death, and then you get into Sunday and Monday. I actually think I have that wrong. It's just a little empty box, and then it's a ghost on the Monday. Mach niet out, it's not important, but it's something that's really helpful for me in learning the frequencies of each days of the 7 cycles. That being said, I am 1 week into my 28-day challenge. Basically, the challenge is remember the rules that you've already created for your own game. And that this is basically a game that you're teaching yourself. So on that note, you lost your original notebook, the Asterix Dogmatic series. Maybe somebody will find it and it will come back to you, but I have a feeling that it's lost. So I'm recreating the notes. Since we logged last, I think the biggest things is continue working on this idea of empty cup. And every day just releasing all the things that don't serve you, or even in moment-to-moment practice, just really letting all that go. And I think the focus too is going to be on well, actually that's one note. So you had a fantastic time at the Thuishaven party here in Amsterdam. And that's going to be important. Like, really, at the end of the day, remember what you're doing. You're creating spells with your friends. And you're creating an environment where your field is regulated. You're working with other very clean individuals who've done their work and now are showing up to play. And what happens when you, over your lifetime in the city of Amsterdam and wherever else I go, to dance and play and engage with the world. And that's what you've learned so far in the first 8 days. And you're remembering all the sorts of games that you've played since COVID. And that really, my main objective, and you said that in the first video, the first dialogue, which is that you're doing this for yourself. And the more that you stay aligned with that alignment, and that's what you mean by empty mind. Like, everything's possible any minute of the day. And I'm able to make very good decisions. As my dad says, watch the pennies, the dollars will take care of themselves. That's the whole idea behind this 28-day challenge. And I've laid a lot of the foundation to have a really clean, energetic field and to engage and interact. And the beauty is like, then life happens and you just get to experience it. You got a whole notebook here of just wonderful interactions with people. And that's really what you want to do for the rest of your life, is create artwork and meet people and connect and just live and find a way to do that. So I think it's really what today's entry is going to be about. So keep working on the party. Geimberline, presenting here in Amsterdam. It's an intimate house party with a red carpet. I really like that line. Somebody gave me that in our first edition, New Year's Eve this year. And that was a special moment. So I'm going to give that guy credit. Dare to do something different every day. I think my highlight, yeah, and everybody's looking to connect. I think that's the easiest thing that I'm finding right now, is just watching people who are curious, and open. Because every time I enter into one of those interactions, I end up with some sort of clue or something that really helps unlock my life. Or, I don't know, it's just interesting. So don't forget that. Got a whole bunch of notes and things that you want to create. But I think the main focus is really focusing on this idea that you've avoided for a long time, which is these love letters I never sent. And that's going to be one of your big pieces of artwork coming from this 28-day series. And I haven't decided whether I'm just going to start, which I think makes the most sense, to just start with one and see where it goes. Not think too much ahead. And that gives also, as an artist, a lot of room for possibility. Like, I know the entry point, I've known it for a while, but how that is coming together is really interesting. So remember, that's your focus for this week.